Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory, yes. Back on good old Satisfactory, ready for another day, ready for another week, back on our modded playthrough. And if you'd like to know what those mods are, the mods list is down in the description section of the video, along with a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager, so you can download and install mods for yourself, yes. Alright, we're back on here. Hopefully, everyone had themselves a great weekend. As well as I would like to thank and welcome the newest subscribers that we have got over the last week and over the weekend. So, again, thank you and welcome. Okay, so a few things have changed. As you can clearly see, this building has gotten a little bit of something on it. We got a few different things going on. I did manage to do a few things over the weekend. Spent a little bit of time doing some stuff and redoing some stuff and doing and redoing some more. It's been an adventure because what we were missing was copper, and the amount of copper coming in. We had enough copper coming in, but we didn't have a way to get it over here. Plus, the copper factory kind of need to be redone. Some things need to be kind of reconfigured, if you will. So we're gonna go take a look at that now. So yeah, I went and I tore down the copper factory completely, just about, except for a few walls and maybe a little bit of roof. But I tore down most of it, tore it completely apart because it was just irritating me, and completely rebuilt it, just pretty much from the ground up. Like I said, other than a few walls and some roofing I left. It's been completely reworked to accommodate Mark V belts as well, and we're about to run out of fuel, it looks like. Fun. So also the street over here is now gone because it didn't go anywhere anyway. There was no way to get past it. You know, you just had to turn around at the end. So it's just like it's kind of a pointless road anyway. So I just went ahead and got rid of it, and I expanded upon the copper factory. So here we are, massive copper factory, all completed, all accommodating Mark V belts, all kind of separated or set up anyway for Mark V belts. So now we're properly using the pillars like I had envisioned before, but I, kind of messed up and kind of forgot what I was doing when I made this the first time. Was I wanted the beams, or the outer beam supports, to be also the belts, to be the conveyor lifts. I also got these colored as well, so they kind of match. Doing color coding, turns out, is a pain in the butt. It really is doing color coding. It is a real pain to do. But we got it done. Or I got it done. You guys were off having a good weekend. I was off at work, and no, just kidding. But yeah, it did get done. Luckily, the entrance has been moved over here. That's because it got dropped down because we had space underneath. So now we're consuming 3,000 copper ore per minute, and we're producing 3,000 copper ingots per minute. It has been massively expanded from its 1850 up to 3,000. So now we come in here, we go up the little ramp. We've got 4 rows of smelters. They got 10 per row. I didn't have enough room to do a 5th row, unfortunately. I mean, I would have had enough room, I suppose, but the machines would be so close together that you wouldn't be able to put walkways and stuff in between them. So I just went ahead and went with that. But yeah, all of these are all overclocked. So you take that 75 times 40, and that gives you 3,000. So we got 40 machines in here. And they're all overclocked, all ready to go. And for the supporting of the roof, here's the center supports, which are also lifts. Everything's all hooked up, ready to go. Mark V. And everything is split split below and merged above. So I decided to put the mergers on the roof this time, rather than merging underneath the floor and then going out. Decided to put the mergers on the roof. So this is what it looks like. It looks like a bunch of like air conditioner vents or something like that. That's what it kind of reminded me of. And this is the only building that's going to get any kind of color coding to this extent because this took way too long. It took way longer than I wanted to spend on it coloring everything. uh, it was a pain, but I did get it done. It is done as well. Oh yeah, that also reminds me of that train going in there. But yeah, like I said, copper's been redone, so copper has 4 belts now, rather than 3. Now you're probably saying, well, I had 6, I had 3 per side, right? Well, we were merging 3 and 3 together into 3, so we went from 6 belts down to 3 right here. I just kind of put it into place. I haven't got everything upgraded or anything like that, but I do have the 3 belts connected, and they're all Mark 5, not all the way up until that point there. So, yeah. I also got a smart splitter here. The smart splitter is for sending. Ooh, jeez. Whoa. Okay. Um, that smart splitter is for sending these ingots that way. But the left is priority. This one is overflow. So this now goes down into the ground and underneath the road and goes all the way that way. We'll cover that in just a minute. Let me show you something else I have done, just real quick. I tore apart the power station over here, the coal power plant. It has been completely torn apart and redone, and we're out of fuel. Hold on one second. There we go. We're all fueled back up. I need to get my my other project going as well. But yeah, I've completely torn apart this and redone it just about completely. I mean, the structure of it stayed the same, and everything else got tore out all, but the train stations stayed. I better get off the road here so I don't get run over. The train station stayed and the power station stayed, but everything else got tore out and redone because I was frustrated with it, of course. Yeah, it was a mess, and I tore it all out, so now it looks like this. It's a little cleaner. A lot less piping and stuff going around. Okay, so this, just to explain things, this pipe comes from outside, goes along here, and it goes into this train station, and then it distributes from this train station to this one, and then so on, all the way down the line. And then they get pulled out of the train station and go up that way, up to the power plant. I need to get that road in here. That's what all this extra space is going to be for. There's going to be like a road that comes down here that we still need a place for. Yeah, if we go ahead and go up the stairs here, the stairs are still the same. Those ones stayed in the same place too. I just redid the walls a little bit, so it works a little bit differently. This is still a bit of a mess, but it's a lot less of a mess. So if we actually go out here, look how much cleaner this is. And the other reason I did this too is because I don't know if you guys remember, like early on in the series, we had a bit of a glitchy pipe after an update, I believe it was. We had some glitchy pipes. They were Mark II pipes, but they weren't Mark II pipes. I don't know what the heck. Like they were Mark II pipes, but the game was counting them as Mark I, even though they were Mark II when I upgraded them. And we had that little bit of a glitchy pipe. Well, some of them down here were the same underneath here, so I went ahead and just tore everything out and completely redone it. Like I said, it's all accommodating Mark V now. Everything is nice and going. Yeah, you had to slide underneath the pipes to get around, but you still had to do that with the other one too, and the other one had less room. So then we come up here. This has all been repainted, recoated. All this had to get tore out. Other than the coal generators themselves, everything else had to be removed and redone. But luckily, it's all out here. Also, the foundations are gone. We're now using these these walkway pieces. These ones look much better in my opinion anyway. Just for like the inner sections. I don't like these as actual walkways because they got these big holes in them. So for like the actual walkway part here, but if you're maintaining the machine, then it's a little bit different. I'm still I'm still tweaking the system here. It doesn't seem to be working quite correctly like it should, but like I'm having trouble keeping these buffers full. But they seem to be working this time. I just recently got, like this one. It's just, I started off with a full system. I made sure the system was full before I turned the stuff on, but for some reason, some of these just drain a little bit, but they never get full. And I have buffers on the, or not buffers, I have the valves on here so that see this one, it is just over half. It keeps dropping. It's like I have the valves on there so so the water can't go back down. Well, it can go back down, but only right below this platform. That's as far as it goes. There's no other room to put valves anywhere else. But for some reason, the pipes, even though the pipes are 600 and each pipe is handling 5, take that 113 and we times it by 5, there's only 565 water per minute. So mathematically it should be doing 600, or it should be keeping everything full, including the pipes. We got pipes coming down. This goes outside now, connects up. If we take the double doors outside, I'll get that power plant fixed at some point. But yeah, I noticed that it's just like always power fluctuations, and I'm still probably going to get that. But if we go outside now, all these power poles that used to be along here are now gone. Well, they've been moved, of course, but yeah, this now goes up along the top of the pipeline, so it doesn't take any more sidewalk. And these ones have been properly placed. These are going to be their permanent home now, going along here to connect to this part of the city. Even though it don't matter, I've got so many circuits going around that it really doesn't matter. But I did put this up to get the power over here and whatnot. So it works. It's still a mess though. I need to take a few hours and go through the entire city and just put up light poles, power poles, and just power in general to each building properly. Still haven't done that yet. I need to find a quote unquote friend who will come in and do that for me. I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and go back down the stairs here, down the stairwell. Okay, back down here. But yeah, if we take out this wall, there's a tunnel right over there that needs to end up down here. That's how we're gonna do that. So that road is just gonna lead into here, into like a little docking area, I guess, say, or whatever. That way you can drive in and out of this area without having to take the train entrance. Here comes another one. No, that's the quartz train. No, here it does come, another one. Okay, another water train. Those wheels are hot. Never mind, they've been blown off. Let's not get hit by a train today. Okay. Oh yes, so that reminds me, as well, speaking of trains. Let's go this way. So, you know how we have this train line that goes all the way over here, right? On the main superhighway. You guys seen it last week. If you weren't here, the superhighway has been finished. I don't know if I've showed you guys all of it though. Have I? Have I shown you guys all of this? I'm pretty sure I did. Speaking of which, that's what I wanted to show you. The trains that service the trains that service the alumina solution and aluminum scrap factory. The trains now take this route. They no longer go underground where that one coal train was or is, and the whatchamacallit, the other train, the limestone train. That's right, for the concrete factory. They no longer take that route underground. That route there was not meant to be permanent. It was just until I could finish this superhighway and then get them connected up to here. Of course, it wasn't my intention to also bring out that the train lines outside the back of the train station here, but that's how it works. That's how it works now. So yeah, this has all been blocked up for 10-car trains set up for that. And the trains no longer go down underground anymore. They go into this train station, or into their respective train stations, and then they loop back. So the coal train just went into here. As you can see, there's the tail end of it. Now it's going to come out this tunnel here now. Yeah, there it is. It's going to go back that way. So yeah, if we go back down this tunnel, it no longer leads here. The tunnels are still there because I'm lazy and I don't want to remove them. Like if we take out this wall, you can see the tunnel's still there. But I don't want to remove it, so it's fine. So the other two trains, the water train and the bauxite train that come through here, they actually loop around. This has been reworked a little bit. They now loop around this way. So what's funny is there's not enough room for them to come in this way and go straight into their train station. I mean, maybe there probably is enough room. We could probably work it out. But I was just being lazy and I didn't want to rework everything. So I picked the easier route. So the trains come in, they go all the way around the station, and they come to this side, and then they loop back into their train station, and then they loop back around again for a second time, and they come out this way. So yeah, but at least they're connected up to their main route now. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much that. That section. The trains are now on their proper routes. So we've got 3 trains, like I said, 3 trains that use this route. Now, you got the bauxite train, the water train, and the coal train now all use this route. That's what I set up. That's another thing I set up over the weekend. Let's hop back in. Speaking of one of them, there's the bauxite train. It's going along. This isn't fully complete yet. And when update 8 goes to the stable branch, or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be getting rid of these things here because you get poisoned. See, get poisoned while coming through there. It's a little close, but I really couldn't move it. But yeah, this has been completed as well. So now this is how the trains get onto this route, this intersection. Yeah, superhighway has been completed along with the train lines that have been completed. So now at this point, I could literally go to this track right here. I'm not going to do it, of course, because I don't want it to mess anything up route wise. But yeah, I could delete these 2 tracks right here, and any trains that are inside the city or outside the city that need to get up to any of these levels, maybe they need to go down below, maybe they need to go over there. There's so many routes connected to each other that trains will literally reroute themselves unless they're Now, if they were on this bridge when I did that, obviously they're not going to reroute themselves after that point because they've already routed through there. But if that oil train was, say, back at one of the oil stations, and I removed the track over here, that train would then route, instead of routing this way to come into the city, it would route up here, or let's see, no, it would route. Where are you? Oh no, down here. Okay, so it would route up to the main line. Whatchamacallit? Up to the uh, dang it, what am I calling it? The train hub. There we go. It would route up to the train hub, and then it would come in over here. It would go down that massive dual spiral that you can see off in the distance there. But yeah, like I said, I've got so many train routes now that are interconnected that the trains will find new routes if they can. They're going to find another route into the city unless I delete all the in routes. So these are the two main ones. Actually, no, there's three. Yeah, there's three main entrances via train to the city. So you got that bridge over there, that route. You've got this route, and then you've got um, that route that's down in that canyon over there. That the trains can enter from outside the city. So pretty awesome. It's pretty darn crazy, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. All right. Was that all I wanted to show you? I think I got everything. Um, I think I covered everything, um, other than the fact that we've got a route for the copper ingots. Yeah, the copper ingots and the aluminum ingots. We're now ready to make aluminum sheets. To get this freaking mess right here. Still have yet to touch this. Let's climb over the center here. There's a lot of crap in the middle I need to get rid of. Eventually. Okay, just one quick second. So now if we go down into this tunnel, just to further prove the point, this no longer exists. So that tunnel right there, it's still, like I said, it's still here. I never fully removed it. I started to, and then I got bored. I'll just leave it here. But yeah, it no longer exists as far as a train route, anyway. Because I wanted the trains to go up and use the new route, the permanent route that I had built for them. That was the whole point of skipping past that. Okay. Pretty nice. I need to go through this main bus and tear it all out. Not the skeletal structure, but what I need to do is I need to tear it all out and get everything I need to go along factory by factory and just reconfigure everything to use Mark V belts, because this is just a freaking mess now. And that's half of this game. Well, it's not half. I'd say a third of this game is rebuilding what you've already built to accommodate new stuff. Like when you get Mark V belts, you start tearing out your old systems and rebuilding for Mark V. Pretty insane. That's just the way it goes, though. Anyway, so here we are back here. I said I don't think there's anything else. Just trying to think. Nah, I think that's it. I think that is it. Yeah. Hello and welcome to this episode. We're finally about to start. But yes. So we've got the copper and the aluminum ingots coming out of here. So this is actually a pretty interesting system. It's since we need two belts in order to run the aluminum casings. we've got two belts. We've got one coming out of the floor directly from the ingot factory. Sorry about that. And then we've got this one that comes from the other factory, actually. I'll just tear out a wall. I'm too lazy. I'll put them back. Don't worry. So this one, this factory's got a smart splitter on it. What I need to start doing is every time I use a splitter that isn't directly in the factory, like these splitters, um, manifold splitters don't really matter, but splitters that are like on the main bus and stuff like that, I need to start using smart splitters now that I can make them, which we've got one right here. So the left and the right is any. Just whatever comes down the belt's going to send it left and right. And the center is overflow. So this factory gets served first on this particular aluminum belt line. This factory gets served first, and then it goes across the street to this factory to send it on the second belt here. Now, obviously, it is going to fill up. I don't know how well it's going to work, but that was the only way I could do it, considering I've got two belts of, what was it, 600? I've got two belts of 600, which is 1,200 ingots. One factory needs 300 and one needs 900, so they both need the exact 1,200 that we're making. Um, yeah. And I don't believe that we need to send. I'm probably gonna end up sending this to the main bus eventually. These aluminum ingots, because I'm gonna send everything to the main bus so that it goes to the central hub, so that we have one of everything. But I'm not too fussed about it right now. But anyway, let's get things going. So I purposely left it unhooked so that we could be here together. It's like turning on a switch together, you know. But we're putting in belts because not making a switch. All right. There's the aluminum ingots going in. That's going to turn on a lot of factories. Well, that's going to turn on quite a few factories. The other factories, um, the aluminum scrap and the alumina solution factories have always been going, just to keep that system flowing, so everything's sunk. It's going to take a while to fill up. It's going as fast as it can, though. Yep, there's the first set of machines. Next, going to send the second set. Okay. I don't know if I can get on top of this or not. Get up here and climb this. There we go. So yeah, nothing's going to come out of this one until this system is full. And wait for it. Oh, still going. Oh, there we go. Missed it. Ah, well. It's Mark 5? Yeah, that's Mark 5. Oops. Had to use the old conveyor belt, though. We're going to wait for this system to fully fill. So yeah, this one's just going to start going because it's connected. Oh, let's send the... Since that one's going, let's just send the other one. No! Things are filling up. And they're making aluminum casings. Bit of it an S. I just need the system to fully fill up, and then we're gonna go turn the other one on by connecting up the copper ingots, so I can start making aluminum sheets finally. It's gonna take a while. Sheesh. There's a lot of aluminum ingots to come out on this factory line. That one's full, apparently. Oh, are some of these Mark 4? No, they're Mark 5. Why is that one not going at full speed still? Mark 5. That's all Mark 5. Why is it taking so long? You shouldn't be splitting between sides, even though they're connected. Something might have bugged. I hate when it bugs out like that. It seems to only move when this one moves. What the heck? Disconnect that. See if it runs out. I'm gonna let him run out a minute. Something ain't working. I might know what it is. I'll have to see though. Yeah, because that is weird. Okay, so now that all the lifts have run out, let's try this. It should only go to the left side. And it only goes to that one. What the heck? You notice that? Huh. Let me up on here. Let me up. Guess I should stop being lazy and just use the ladder. It's on the side. Oh, I can't believe I made that. Yeah, what the heck? It's going directly to this splitter, and that should be coming out of this splitter. There's no stackers or anything. Why is this one stopping this system? I don't think I've ever encountered this. Or just didn't work. Yeah, that splitter is definitely... That splitter's bugged. What the heck? I don't think I've ever encountered that. I mean, I do have mods, so anything's possible. And I'm still on update 7, so... It's not like this is just a new thing. I mean, it seems new, but... Okay. Oops. Let's connect this. I was curious why everything, like, one side was working just fine, but the other one wasn't. It's still not working. It's not letting anything past that. What? You guys ever had this occur before? That is the strangest thing. Yeah, it's not letting anything past that. I've never encountered this before. Am I stupid? I mean, no, this is true. We already know this to be true, but... What the heck? Definitely bugged. Yeah, see, now it's not letting any of them by, like, past that point. Okay, if we remove this, and then we put the belts back. I don't think I've ever had splitters do that before. I've always put splitters next to each other plenty of times. Never had them do that before. Yeah, see, now it's working. Like it should. And now it's working like it should. Alright. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is rebuild the other side then. Alright, we can do that. Yeah, I've never had that happen. That is new. 1,500 hours and I've put splitters so many times right next to each other like that. Just for symmetry. Never had them bug out. Maybe that's just the splitters in particular were just bugged. That's the only thing I can think of. Alright, oops. Should have done this. Use the smart mod to help us place them. Means I'm gonna have to replace all the belts and lifts and stuff too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the casings from all these machines. Not all these splitters are in place. And we'll see if if it bugs out again or if it's gonna be fine. So yeah, we'll have to remove all of these, unfortunately. It's not going to let us have those and put the belt in place. At least we can keep our road barriers. That's fine. All right. Okay, we're going to make sure that each one of these as well works individually. So we're just going to go one at a time. You know what it could have been? I did use the when the first time when we built this. You remember I messed up and had to move all the splitters over. It could have been those splitters were bugged because I used the micromanager to move them over rather than rebuilding them. It's like that could have been the issue right there. It's very, very possible. So I guess that's the lesson there. You know, I have had troubles like that in the past where I've moved splitters and mergers with the micromanager tool and it bugs them out a little bit because technically the inputs and outputs are not where they're supposed to be, where they say they are. So I guess yeah. Don't want to know why I thought it'd work this time, but let's make sure. That one fill. Looks like it's working now, though. It must have just been... These must have been the ones that I had moved. And then I placed these secondary ones. And that just bugged everything out. No big deal. Easy, simple, quick fix. Fixer-upper. Okay, then I'm going to take the casings out of here. that one's now moving. It makes them so quickly. I think we're good, though. I think we're good now. All these are all full of casings now. Good. Alright. So I guess I'll just never do that again. I'll never move splitters and mergers with the micromanager tool. It's just not a good idea. Oops. Okay, well, back to what we were doing. Let's go ahead and connect up our copper ingots. Make sure everything's working. Should. Off they go. Making copper sheets. We're making copper sheets, lads. Okay. Awesome. Gonna take a while for that system to go. We're probably gonna end up draining the copper ingots that entire belt before this catches up, because it can hold so much, an entire stack per machine. So it's gonna take a while for that to catch up. But hey, we're making we're making aluminum sheets and aluminum casings now. So we can finally start actually doing some stuff. Actually progressing into the game, which is awesome. Very, very nice. Alrighty. What's the plan now, guys? What's our plan here? What's next on the agenda? First of all, what's it take to make those filters for the hazmat suits? The iodine. They're called iodine? What are they called? This is aluminum sheets, by the way. I need to go grab more aluminum casings. Oh yeah, so also we're going to be, I'm going to start actually fully upgrading buildings now that I have the aluminum sheets to do so. I don't have to spend so much money. I'm going to take that 200 off of you. We're going to go advance the the hazmat suit. There we go. That's what I meant. We'll just take up both directions of the road here. It's crazy how the characters, like your friends' characters, just kind of sit there, and then you get close to them, and they sit back down. Back to our list of stuff and things. So it's coal pair. Oh, I've already done that. That's what I just worked on not too long ago. It's been a few hours doing it, actually. Tear everything apart. Like, I started to rework it, and then I was just like, this is too much of a mess, and it's just not, that things aren't working, and I'm just going to tear it all out, just start anew. Sometimes that's what you need to do. You can have those. I don't need those. Okay. The gas filters. Oh, gas filters. Wow. Coal, rubber, and fabric. Do we even have any fabric? How much fabric is it? It's 2 fabric per 1. So we need 100 fabric. Let's just making sure we don't have any fabric. Oh yeah, I picked up AI limiters a long time ago. Been down here so long. I think this makes fabric, doesn't it? Well, that and that. I don't think I have any biomass. I mean, I can make some, but... And... just don't have any. Make a biomass out of wood. We got plenty of wood. Okay, so we need to make 5. Oh, it's 5 biomass per, or 5. Yeah, 5 biomass per one. So I need 500 biomass. Ugh. Okay, this ain't gonna take as long as I thought. And also, yeah, because I was getting rid of Mark 4 belts and putting in Mark 5 belts in a few different places. Got like 1,000,000 of these now. So I'll just have like 2 stacks and you can have the rest. Oops. Okay. Now we can make 100 fabric. You know, truth be told, I don't know why I'm making all this stuff. I have no freaking clue. I could just bought the filters instead. Yep. Could have just bought the filters, but no, I have to make them. Apparently. So we got our 100 fabric. What else? Mix those. Wait, where do we even make them, to be honest? In here? That's been so long. Alright, so rubber and coal. You know what? I'm just gonna buy. I'm sorry. I don't feel like handcrafting 50 of these things. Go in and get another crap. It's under equipment. How much do you get in a stack? 25, okay. Could have made these a long time ago. So we've got the casings, and now we've got the filters. And now we have a hazmat suit.
Milestone reached. With the new hazmat suit and...
Yeah. We got this stuff. Select our new milestone. Aeronautical engineering? Oh, that unlocks the battery and stuff. And it's the assembly director systems that we need. And sulfuric acid. I need to get this. We need to go for this. The hover pack. This is our next milestone. I'm declaring it now. No big deal. I'm just gonna buy all that stuff. I got tickets coming out of my ears. So. I'm too lazy. Or maybe we should go get some of that stuff, because it's gonna take 4 minutes to get here. Yeah, we'll just go grab all that stuff. Why not? Alright. Be back here in a few minutes. Oh yeah, just remembered as well. Last thing. Look on top of the oil tower. I've got a radio tower, baby! So now we look at the map, and we see all the ores around here. Everything. Very, very nice. Yeah, I got a radio tower up there, and I'm glad it fit on the top cone. It's powered up and it's going. Yeah, that was always the plan as well, was to put a radio tower up there. Don't know if I ever said anything about that. Okay. And we do have everything we need. I'm going to pick this stuff up real quick. We don't no longer need this system. We are done with aluminum. Finally. How many episodes did that take us? 20? 30? Holy crap. Took so much time just to get that set up. This was just because of the way we're building things. It's not because of how long it actually takes. This stuff, the aluminum stuff, actually goes pretty quickly if you're just building it just to get aluminum done. But if you're building it like me, where you want to overcomplicate things, then it could end up taking weeks like that one did. Took us weeks to get that set up and going, but we got a massive freaking train network out of it, so I'm pretty proud of that. We did a good job. Good job, team. Okay, there's everything for that. Hover pack.
Milestone reached.
Yeah. Now we can make a hover pack. Or we can buy one, I suppose, too. Computers, frames, motors. Ugh. Can we just buy one? I just want to buy one. I don't want to make one. Oh, fine. And so it was we'll just buy the stuff. It was everything that we just picked up. I'm not going back for more. Screw that. Hopefully I got enough of everything now. Hover pack. That's all we need for it as well, is we just need the hover pack. We can now fly. Holy crap. We can now fly. This goes on your back, doesn't it? Yeah, buddy. Look at us, we're flying. Hell yes. As long as we got power nearby, we can fly, baby, fly. Now we can look at stuff from up above normally. Oh, as long as we got power nearby, that is. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh yeah, and if you take something out of your hand, you have an empty hand slot. Can't I just... Oh no, we can just hit H, can't we? Yeah, there we go. And so now we're going to have to start putting power poles everywhere so we can fly everywhere. Like this, though. Heck yeah. I'm so happy to get this. That was the whole point. This was the whole point of aluminum for me. For us, I guess, was to get the hover pack. Freaking awesome, man. Very, very nice. Alrighty. Milestone achieved. That is a true milestone as well for us. It's a freaking hover pack. And since we're in the city, we're going to have power in a lot of areas. Yes. Better follow the power line. Whoops. I would have never even noticed that at all. We no longer have to jump everywhere. We can fly, baby, fly. Sweet. We'll have an easier time building, and when I make stuff, I can show you guys things. Which is awesome. As long as we have power nearby, we'll always be good to go. Look at these casings. Those plastic containers. Yeah, now we can truly observe the copper factory that I built over the weekend. Look at this. Beautiful. All of this aluminum. Heck yes. And you can use it over train tracks too, so we can fly along the train lines. As you can see here, how far we can go. If you notice, if you see this little zapping thing, if you don't know how the hover pack works, we get the electricity zapped to us to keep our hover pack charged. And this is just so it keeps it in balance. Whoops, I forgot a few power lines along here. And I get rid of them all. That's okay. But yeah, now this is all connected as well. Look at all this. Beautiful. They do look like a bunch of batteries. Oh, should we color them like batteries? Well, just for fun. But it's a Duracell. Duracell is copper. Copper and black. Oops, that's the wrong one. I meant this one. It's not quite, is it? It's more of a. It's not. It's not quite that. It's more of like an orangey copper. It's not quite copper copper, but it is copper. I don't know. That's copper color to me. It's not quite right. Yes, beautiful. We can fly anywhere we want as long as we've got power nearby. We do overhead builds. Oh, so exciting. It'd be nice to be able to not have to build everything on the ground or on pedestals. Now I could, yes, I could have been doing this earlier, much earlier before. Could have been building, um, with the jetpack, but I've freaking died so many times to the jetpack because the way it's balanced is stupid in my opinion, but it's just the way it is. I think it should be fuel based. As long as you got the fuel, it's not free fly. You still have to have fuel in your inventory in order to place it, but it's like such a short duration. Like I can understand like them having like a full fuel tank. You can fly for quite a while, but eventually you do have to land and then refuel your tank. Um, and you can't refuel while you're flying, but the way that one works is just. Oh, I never did output motors today. Out to the main bus, I never did. Interesting. Guess I forgot. I can finally upgrade all this to Mark V nice and easily. Still gonna take forever, but yeah. It's gonna be an interesting time. I don't know what we're gonna do next. I don't know what the plan is for next episode. Oops. Um, Not really sure what the next plan is. We can work towards. We have a few different options though. Um, we can work towards aluminum or aluminum. We already did that. We could work towards uranium power if you wanted to do nuclear. We still got a few bits and bobs in between that though that we probably should get. Like aeronautical engineering is probably one we should go for. Um, is there anything that we can do right now though? No. So this unlocks the Mark III miner. Also towards, we need that thermal propulsion rocket. This is advanced aluminum production. Nitrogen gas, so you've got heat sinks, we've got cooling systems, fused modular frames. We've got quite a lot. Then we've got nuclear power. So all of this stuff requires stuff we don't have, and we're not able to even make. All right, so nuclear power is, we need to wait for supercomputers for that anyway, so we can't work towards that. We can work towards aeronautical engineering. That is the last one on tier 7. Um, let's unlock this, I guess. Whatever. That's a mod. Anyway. This requires... this is the covered conveyor belt Mark Plus. So this unlocks Mark 6 and Mark 7, but we're never gonna use those because they're modded. Um, maybe after the update we'll be able to do stuff like this, but Aeronautical engineering needs these things. These radio control units, which need the casings. Okay, so we're going to have to work towards crystal oscillators next then. That's going to be the next manufacturer then is crystal oscillators. So that's quartz crystal, um, that's cables and reinforced plates. So we're going to have to add on to our existing factories, as well as we're going to have to make a new one that makes quartz crystal, which those are all, or two of those are constructors. So the quartz crystal, we do have one block left for quartz crystal to be able to fit into. We can use that thin block because we don't need a whole lot of quartz crystal. We should be fine with that. Um, yeah, it's like you make it needs one per minute, and we make two per minute. Is that what that's saying? No, you do make one per minute, but it makes two. Oh, so it takes 2 minutes to produce because it makes two. Okay. So quartz crystal 18 per minute. I don't. We'll have to work out what we're gonna need for that. Um, those aren't so crystal oscillator. That'll be this week then. It looks like. So that'll be quartz crystal and cable, stuff like that. I need to figure out how many radio control units I want to make. So radio control units, they go into. I'll have to figure out what they go into, and then figure out how much of that I want to make with the radio control units, and then we'll decide how many radio control units we want to make per minute, and then that'll decide how many crystal oscillators per minute, and then that'll decide how much quartz crystal and how much we got to add to the other factories. But that's too much for a Monday. What do you think? Yeah, that's gonna be too much for a Monday. Plus, I think our episode's just pretty much done. Um, Unfortunately, we didn't get anything done today, but it is, like I said, it is Monday. Sometimes we don't do things on Mondays. We just kind of have a little bit of fun, kind of take a little bit of relaxing time as we ease ourselves into the week, um, and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. Okay, well, I know we didn't get anything done this episode. Um, like, literally didn't get anything done other than we got the aluminum factories up and going. So this week, actually, you know what? We might have to start doing a little bit of redo this week too, because I know I'm doing a lot of stuff off camera, but um, it's just I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of messing around, I would say, of reconfiguring things. Yeah, I think this could be our quartz. This could be our quartz crystal factory right here, right in this block, because we don't need all that much anyway. Plus, we have the quartz lines already there for that. I still haven't gotten around to Quickwire in Caterium. That's going to be off camera though. I need to do that off camera. I still got that factory to make, or those couple factories to make, and never got around to them either. Just been too damn busy with everything else here. So the crystal oscillators, we're probably going to put. I have a place for them already. Probably here actually, because we're probably not going to need that many. At most, we're probably going to need two factories, and and this spot right here. What the heck? Oh, there we go. So this spot right here is going to be the easiest spot to make it. Plus, it only needs three things, so we really don't need a whole lot of room for much else. So yeah, crystal oscillators here, and then maybe over there can be radio control units, or if we end up only needing one factory for radio control units, that could be here, and then maybe crystal oscillators over there or something. Whichever we want, it really doesn't matter. But they both take manufacturers to make. So yeah, and I was thinking putting the oscillators here, there's an easy route from over there for quartz crystal to put the crystal oscillators here. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm gonna do some calculation in between episodes and I'll get some stuff figured out on the kind of numbers we're gonna need and stuff like that, and we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be splitting that block right there is gonna get split up. Because here's the sidewalk right here. The sidewalk needs to continue all the way to the other end. So we're going to have to split that block up in halves anyway. So yeah, it'll be crystal oscillators and then radio control units. Perfect. That's right. Yeah, I do need to split that up. Because the block doesn't need to be very big. As you can see, we're just for a few manufacturers, no big deal. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. I'll get some stuff figured out. So I know, again, I don't know, we didn't get anything done, but that will be it for this episode of Satisfactory, and I still do hope you enjoyed. Anyhow, big milestone today, though, big milestone. So that's it. Um, well, until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.